Are the Boston Celtics on the verge of a blockbuster move that could redefine their championship aspirations? With injuries testing the team's depth and a rising star facing unexpected criticism, the tension is palpable in Beantown. As fans, we know the stakes have never been higher, and every game is a battle for dominance in the East. You won't want to miss this unfolding drama. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video for all the latest Celtics updates. The Boston Celtics are once again making waves in the NBA. And let me tell you, as a passionate fan, it's exhilarating to watch this team thrive. With Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown at the helm, the Celtics have been a dominant force in the 2024-25 season, and they're widely regarded as the favorites in the Eastern Conference. Their depth and consistent play have kept them at the top of the standings, but it hasn't been smooth sailing. Recently, Tatum faced some heat from former NBA player Brandon Jennings, who called him soft. That comment ignited a conversation about Tatum's toughness and leadership on the court. Honestly, I'm torn on this. Tatum has shown immense growth as a player, but can he silence critics like Jennings? This is where the true test of character comes in. Can he rise above the noise and prove his doubters wrong? I think he can, and I believe he will. But how he responds to this criticism will be crucial for the team's morale and chemistry. And speaking of drama, we can't overlook the ongoing feud between Shaquille O'Neal and Dwight Howard. Shaq reignited their rivalry with some pointed remarks, adding another layer of intrigue to the NBA landscape. While this is entertaining for fans, I have to wonder, does this affect the Celtics in any way? Shaq is a legend, and his opinions carry weight. However, our focus needs to remain on the court and how we handle our business in the Eastern Conference. In terms of on-court challenges, the Celtics faced a significant test against the Denver Nuggets recently, playing without two key players due to injuries. It's a testament to the depth of this roster that they were able to pull through despite these setbacks. Depth is crucial in the NBA, especially during a grueling season. The ability to adapt and overcome adversity is what championship teams are made of. And so far, the Celtics have shown they have what it takes. Now, let's talk about the injury report. Two critical Celtics players were sidelined before the Nuggets game, and as we all know, injuries can derail even the most promising seasons. The ability to maintain momentum while managing injuries is a balancing act every team must perform. Will our bench players step up when needed? That's the big question. It's all about the next man-up mentality. I have faith in the coaching staff to keep this team focused and ready to compete, but I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think the depth of our roster is enough to weather these injury storms? And of course, Tatum's trainer had to respond to Jennings' comments, emphasizing Tatum's resilience. This is vital for Tatum's psyche moving forward. The narrative surrounding a player can significantly impact their performance. So, how Tatum handles this scrutiny could define his legacy. Will he take this as motivation to elevate his game even more? That's what I'm hoping for, and I know many of you are too. As we look ahead, it's clear the Celtics are in a strong position to contend for a title. The foundation is solid, but the journey is long, and the road to the championship is fraught with challenges. The decisions made in the coming weeks will undoubtedly shape our postseason trajectory. More important updates, as Kristaps Porzingis took a significant step towards reclaiming his dominant form. Despite the rocky road he's been on since returning from injury, KP delivered an all-star caliber performance against the Denver Nuggets, scoring 25 points on 58% true shooting, grabbing 11 rebounds, and contributing defensively with 2 steals and a block. It felt like a breath of fresh air, a glimpse of the Porzingis we all know and love, the one who helped elevate the Celtics to new heights last season. Now, let's be real. This season has not been as smooth for Porzingis. With a net rating of just 250 over 356 minutes, the Celtics' performance with him on the floor hasn't matched the previous year's explosive 10.58 net rating. For a team with championship aspirations, that drop-off is concerning. You can see it in his play too. He hasn't been as effective at punishing smaller defenders in the post, which is something that made him such a lethal weapon last season. It's been a tough adjustment, and I think many fans were hoping that his return would be a seamless transition, but it's clear that he's still finding his rhythm. However, after last night's game, it feels like we might be witnessing the beginning of a turnaround. Porzingis himself acknowledged that he's still around 80–85% of his peak performance. He's aware that there's more work to be done on his shooting, and honestly, hearing him say that shows the kind of self-awareness that great players possess. It's not about the numbers alone, it's about finding that sweet spot where everything clicks. And if last night was any indication, it seems like he's inching closer to that. Of course, we can't ignore the fact that the Nuggets were without their superstar Nikola Jokic. Was that a fortunate circumstance for KP to find his groove? Absolutely. But at this stage in the season, Celtics fans should be less concerned about the opponent and more focused on how Porzingis can build on this performance. The reality is, he needs these moments. He needs to face off against different matchups, learn to adapt, and regain that confidence that made him so impactful last season. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of one good game, but as a passionate Celtics fan, I'm left wondering what this means for the long-term prospects of the team. Do you think this was the best decision for the Celtics to rely on Porzingis so heavily in the early stages of his comeback? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, I believe in his talent and potential. On the other, there's a risk involved in pushing him too hard too soon. The Celtics need him at his best, especially as we look ahead to the playoffs. What I'm hoping to see moving forward is consistency. Can Porzingis string together performances like the one against the Nuggets? That's the million-dollar question. If he can regain his form, the Celtics become a different beast. Imagine a fully operational Porzingis paired with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. That trio could wreak havoc on opposing defenses, but there's still a lot of uncertainty. Will he be able to stay healthy? Will he find the rhythm in his shooting? These are the questions that linger in the minds of every Celtics fan right now. And you know what? It's a thrilling time to be a Celtics fan, but it's also a nerve-wracking one. We're all in this together, and I want to hear your thoughts on Porzingis' performance and the direction of this team. Are you feeling optimistic about what's to come? Or do you think we need to temper our expectations? I want to hear your opinions down below. As we keep our eyes on the Celtics journey, don't forget to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay in the loop, because this season is just getting started and there's a lot more action ahead. Let's ride this wave together, Celtics Nation.